Who are you? Are you strong, independent, can take care of yourself? Or do you prefer someone else to give you a lift? Do you play well with the mainstream? Or do your tastes lie in a different direction? Do you need a touch more sweetness? Or do you need a pinch of salt? Do you give too much of yourself? Or not enough? Have you worked through the obstacles in your life? Or are you stuck? We all have so much to manage, and sometimes no matter how hard we try to balance out the different sides of our lives, the universe just doesn't seem to comply. But this is the time you just have to try and try again. It can seem an ordeal trying to prepare this meal as the show goes on, spinning on its reel, makes you question what it means. Is any of it even real? Until all that hard work pays, you get to a point where you can finally say, "Don't worry, mate, I've got this in the bag." You, balanced base of flour and spice, morsels of sweetness in bite size. In this environment, even oil and water play nice. But how will you combine the rest if you can't get through to what's inside? This facade is a beautiful shell, as so many you meet will tell, but who knows you that you know so well? No one can see that unless you're willing to crack. Sometimes people don't push enough, and other times they can be too rough. And sometimes you think that you're tough, but when we fall, it's filled with stress. It often ends up in quite a mess. But don't worry, don't be distressed. You're not Humpty under duress. Just clean yourself up with help from your friends and start your journey onward again. When you finally find those who adore your mind and love your heart, they are the ones to gently break you apart, welcome you in their life where you find yourself at the start of something wonderful. Don't think it ends there, not at all, my dear. It's like the Mad Hatter says, we're all a little mad here. No ifs or buts, go for it, just go nuts. As long as it's executed well and never becomes unmanageable, the laughter is what makes it worthwhile, what sustains us through time. There's one last ingredient though. Well, I like to include it in mine. Some say it's too much of a kick, but I think it's divine. Add a little if you like, or more if you're so inclined. It always keeps things interesting. Last but not least, there comes a different kind of heat. Every relationship goes through hell, but this is where it's make or bake. The key is to step away, give it time to breathe, to rise, help you realize there are other things you still need to do. This relationship does not define you. You help each other to be the best you can be, but don't ignore them until they're forced to leave. It's always about balance and how sweet that victory when you can finally taste what it means to be complete.